NLP Practitioner Presupposition number 7. In the field of cartography, map makers sometimes say that a map is not the territory. In other words, just because something looks like it on a map doesn't mean it actually is that way in real life. This can be confusing for some people, especially if they are expecting their lives to look like the things on their maps. But if you're ready for change and willing to adapt your maps accordingly, you'll be able to make sure that your life is always changing and evolving in ways that feel good to you. The map is not the territory. The map is our perception of reality. If we are aware of this, we can use our maps to understand other people's realities. We can't expect everyone else to see things exactly as we do. But this does not mean that our map is wrong or theirs is right. They are simply different, and so are their corresponding territories. There are 3 main ways that people perceive the world. They might think that it's flat, ignorance. They might think that is round, knowledge. But they are still only seeing a tiny part of what actually exists in reality, which means there are infinite possibilities beyond even those 2 perspectives. It can be useful for us if we learn how others perceive things, since that helps us understand why they act or react in certain ways that may seem strange or puzzling at first glance. The map is not the territory, as the saying goes. This is an idea that has been around for a long time, and it's really meant to point out that we are not seeing the world as it really is, but through our own filters and beliefs. In other words, your map of reality isn't the same as what actually exists in reality. It's just one way of making sense of things from your perspective. So if someone tells you they don't like dogs because they are too messy, then that person has just told you their view on dogs. They haven't said anything about whether or not there are dogs present in this conversation or not. If someone holds a belief that dogs are messy, then they'll probably see them this way every time they encounter one. But if someone else holds no such belief about dogs being messy at all, then they might very well see them differently, depending on what else they know about them. The word map can be used in many ways. When you say the map is not the territory, you're saying that there's a difference between the real world and our mental representations of it. The words we use are not the event or item they represent, even though it feels like they are because we read them so often. Everyone has a different meaning to a certain word, and how they use and think about an event will be different from person to person. When you say that the map is not the territory, what you're really saying is that our mental maps are never identical with actual reality as experienced by others, or even ourselves, if we were experiencing it from another perspective. The map is not the territory. This quote by Alfred Korbisky has been repeated and reworded many times since its original publication in 1933, but it remains a powerful reminder to use our minds for more than just understanding reality.